Hello, it's Ruby. So I've just done some morning skincare and I'm now going to put on deodorant, of course. This is a refillable deodorant from Wild, and as you can see, it's got my name on it. I actually heard about Wild from my mum. She raves about it. I may have accidentally stolen one of her refills and similarly fallen in love with it when I started using it. So she got me hooked on it because not only is it made from natural ingredients, and not only do you save 30 grams of plastic every time you opt for a refill as opposed to buying a disposable deodorant, but also the scents smell really good. The one I've got in here at the moment is Linen and Lilac. It just reminds me of spring, honestly. It's such a pretty, delicate scent. But my other favourite one is the Coconut and Vanilla, just because it's such a warming, cozy scent. And then when you run out and you need to refill it, you just unscrew the bottom all the way, pop out the bottom, put the refill in, and you're ready to go. So if you did want to try Wild, then you could either scan my QR code or visit the website in the description box, and if you use my code RUBY2024 you can get 20% off your first order.
Hello, it's Ruby, and today is my first full day back in Oxford after the Christmas holidays, so I thought I'd bring you along with me. I'm trying to do journaling every morning, so that's what I'm doing here, and then I moved on to reading Time as a Mother by Ocean Vuong. I'm just going to read you a small section of something that I loved. In one of the rooms in the house the man and I share, a loaf of rye is rising out of itself, growing lighter as it takes up more of the world. In humans we call this aging. In bread we call it proof. Also, I was still for so long that all of the lights went out. As I say, the library was still completely empty at this time. I was then in need of some caffeine, so I did head to Pret to grab a coffee. And the streets were looking beautiful. Honestly, I have missed Oxford so much. I can't tell you how much I've missed the city. And that's also coming as somebody who really does not like cities. I never imagined myself being excited to go back to a city.
Hello, it's Ruby and good morning. I'm back in Oxford now for Hilary term, which is the second term. And I went to the library this morning just to do some personal reading and journaling. Grabbed a coffee. Yes, I am mad because it's an iced Americano, but I really just prefer iced coffee. So I've done my skincare and makeup already, as you can see. I really want to try and get into the habit of doing skincare every day. I'm gonna put on some hand cream. My hands get so chapped in January. So today's gonna be a study day, but I am also seeing my friend Holly in the afternoon. We're gonna go down to Magdalen Deer Park. Somehow in the first time here, I didn't go even though that was one of the top things I wanted to do.
So then we moved on to studying. Here I was reading a pamphlet which was responding to the Sweetman controversy. I read Sweetman's paper yesterday and oh my goodness, it made me so angry. Sweetman basically wrote this paper arguing that women were totally inferior to men and men would be better off without them, arguing that men were blameless for the fall and it all fell on Eve, and just completely tearing women apart. I was annotating it and the margins are just filled with all of these angry remarks and exclamation marks because I couldn't believe what he was saying. And so this pamphlet was really fun to read because it was responding to Sweetman. It's by a woman called Rachel Specht. I'll link it down below if you want to read it because it's really good. But basically she runs through Sweetman's argument and says that it's completely false. And I love how she uses biblical quotation and lines of logic. It's like using his own methods against him. It's from the early 17th century and it's excellent. One of my favourite lines actually is this. I wrote it down in my commonplace where she's satirising Sweetman and says, "But the emptiest barrels make the largest sound." So the whole time that I've been at university so far, this room has been really, really hot. But I'm sat at my desk freezing. Like, it's so cold today. So I've pulled out my electric blanket, which I brought with me and then stowed under the bed because I was like, there is no way that this is going to be needed. I'm quite glad I'm actually getting some use out of it. There's something so cozy about it. At the moment, I'm doing some critical reading for my B course, as I say. I've just got 2 essays left to read. And then the final thing on this reading list is a book, which it says I can access online, but the page isn't very nice to navigate, so I want to read the actual physical book instead. It's in a library which isn't open today though, so I'm going to head there tomorrow to grab that. I then went on to reading some papers for my B course. This is a bibliography module that I do and I just wanted to finalise week 1's reading. After that I popped out to the food shop. I did need to grab some fresh things. For Christmas from my grandparents, I got this. It's a mini food processor and I brought it back to university with me. But I haven't unboxed it yet because I thought it'd be easier to transport if I didn't use it first at home. But I'm going to use it now to make a coleslaw. I've got all the ingredients. It's actually a bit bigger than I thought it would be. Oh, it's really heavy. It's better quality than I thought it would be. It's like made of glass. Okay, I'm gonna bring this into the kitchen. Oh, and then I put my food away. I had brought some bits from home as well because there was some dry stuff in the cupboards that my family wouldn't eat, so I just brought it back. So after eating lunch, I headed to the Bodleian to do some work. And in the Bodleian, I was working on a presentation, which I have got due on Thursday. We have to present on a set text. Each of us is presenting on a different text by a female writer, and I'm really excited about this. It got me to read something that I otherwise wouldn't have read. I headed back to my room after about an hour because I wanted to practice the presentation, and obviously I wasn't about to do that in a crowded library. I've just been working on a presentation and I'm meeting Holly very, very soon, like in about half an hour. So I'm just going to finalise and practice that presentation and then I'm going to head over to meet her. Why is this one so friendly? Like the other ones are rather antisocial, but this one... There was Blossom outside the rad camp, did you see it?
I've not read half of it, and I need to keep reading it. Yeah, I intend to one day read the Tolkien translation.
That's really cool.
Oh, actually, gonna listen to the audio. It's so good. Browsing. Mm-hmm. All right.
We're just admiring the beautiful illustrations in this copy.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Do you know how much a Shakespeare's first folio is worth?
In 1990 something, it
Three.
would have been worth. 1993, it would have been worth 44 million loaves of bread.
It's a lot of bread.
That is a lot of bread.
That is a lot of bread. How much was it 50 in Elizabethan?
44.
44.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The more
Still
you
quite
know.
a lot of bread.
15 minutes time. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to retry. I've heard good things about that. We're gonna try.
Yes.
Model the. Holly has never tried crumpets before, so we're gonna try crumpets.
I'm very excited.
Holly, how were the crumpets?
The crumpets were excellent, and they went very well with tea.
I'm very glad. Annika, you've tried crumpets before, but how are the crumpets?
Crumpets were amazing, especially with the Ruby Granger tea.
How nice is that card? Good evening. It's like 8 o'clock. So I went out with Holly and then we went to Blackwell's, and as we were leaving we bumped into Annika. So of course we all just browsed Blackwell's together, and then Holly said she'd never tried crumpets. So I insisted that we go and buy some from Sainsbury's, and then we came back to Mindy to try them, and Holly did like them, which is good because crumpets are fab. I've just been doing a little bit of admin and I finalised my presentation for Thursday, and I'm now just going to request a few manuscripts that I want to see in the Western this week. And then I've got some YouTube videos I need to edit. Namely this video, because I want to edit this video before tomorrow. That is where I am at the moment, and I will probably check in with you after I've had a shower. This is the website where you can request manuscripts, and you can just search for what's in the Bodleian collections. Oh, so then actually looping back to Wild. Wild also does shower gel, and so I was putting this refillable shower gel in the metal canister, and I did have a shower. And then in the evening, I edited this video, as I say, and did my night routine as per usual. But that brings us to the end of this video. I want to say thank you again so much to Wild for sponsoring today's video, and thank you, of course, for watching. I really appreciate you being here, and I hope that you're having a good start to the year, and that you have more than just a productive week.